Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. And really quick, before we start the video in the month of October and November, I want to take 1 second to ask you a favor if you have the time. We're going to put a link in the description of our videos that goes to our PayPal. And you're going to see me growing a beard for about the next month till the end of November. What that beard represents is we're working to raise money to give kids a Christmas otherwise wouldn't have one here in our community. So anything you send us to PayPal in that month, just mark it Hair for the Holidays, click the link, whether it's $1 or $100, even a penny helps. If you mark Hair for the Holidays, we'll give everything that we get from you directly to those children. Through that last year, we personally were able to raise enough money to give 9 families a Christmas that wouldn't have had one, and the charity itself here in our community helped over 70 families. So if you have the chance, we would love your donation. We'd really appreciate it because we love getting to help people in our local community. Thank you. And watch this rockin' beard come in because I'm really bad at growing it, but we're going to give it our best shot. Thanks for watching, guys, and we appreciate your help. On to the video. Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and you see I got 2 hooks in my hand. And for those of you that know, whenever you see me with 2 hooks, looks better that way, right? It can only mean one thing, right? And that means I'm going to be working with Lilith, our resident Gaboon viper. Basically, here's the thing. Lilith made her water bowl gross. Lilith is taking a big poop in there. Lilith needs to come out, right? So we can do some cleaning in there, kind of redo some things, rehumidify it, then put her back in there, and then we're going to feed her. This is kind of a test. And what I mean is this snake has gotten pretty docile for what it is. That does not mean we're going to go do crazy dumb stuff and free handle snakes. Okay, I'm not going to do that. That's not a smart thing to do with Gaboon vipers. There's no reason to do that. So what we will be doing though is pulling it out, setting up, doing our thing, putting it back in, and then we're going to offer it food right afterwards. And my bet is even after that, that this thing is likely going to eat. So without further ado, let's give that a shot. Somewhere should be my tongs, which I did not set right here. You got them there. Okay, as long as somebody's got them. Tongs we always keep as a backup plan. I plan on using the 2 hooks. I think this is going to go just fine with 2 hooks, but tongs are always good to have around just in case of an oh crap moment. And of course, I don't work these by myself too often. I got camera guy Kurt here. If you guys look up top, you'll get a chance to see our purple haze finishing a meal. Why are you not spinning? What is your deal? There it went. Okay, here goes nothing. Now the 2 hooks are because as Gaboon vipers get big, it's better to support their weight. When we first started handling her, she wasn't very big. We could have done with 1 hook pretty easy. Probably still could get away with 1, but we want to go ahead and get used to the process, get her used to the process, so we're not changing what we do. Hi, girly. I know it. I know. I know. I know. Oh, don't be like that. Okay. Whoa, you're so heavy now. As you can see, she has become quite the thick chunk. Remember how small she was when we first got her? And now she is just completely amazing. We'll give her a good soak. I always like a little water when I put her in there because one of their biggest issues is humidity and drinking. This will give her a chance to do a little drinking if she hasn't been doing enough. She'll find herself in the water, give her a good soak, give her a chance to get cleaned off, get all those colors pretty. Oh my God, you're massive. We'll seal that up. We're going to jump off of here. We'll be right back as soon as we get this all scrubbed out and ready to rock. Okay, so we cleaned everything, but something did happen. And this is why you got to be very careful when you're cleaning venomous cages is I did found a shed fang, and as you can see, it is stuck in the end of my finger. This can be very problematic, so we're going to kind of be watching what's happening, seeing if there's any major pain or swelling or anything like that. If there is, you know, it should be a very mild, extremely mild envenomation, but it's still an envenomation you have to take seriously, especially when dealing with a species that is not native, with the nearest antivenoms being quite a ways away. So I just wanted to show you that. And actually, in all honesty, it is stuck in my finger. There we go. But I am not envenomated. The reason I'm not envenomated is this is a FANG that I found a long time ago. But it is something you do need to be aware of. Don't go just smacking your hand in there. Move around gently as you're looking for things when you're cleaning and whatnot. And you can see I just stuck that in the subcutaneous and it's been cleaned out. But for full disclosure, I'll set this here where you can get a good view of it on the black. This is one that I didn't stick in my finger because it has not been cleaned out and it has not been sitting out very long. And that is one I did find today. So you can also see her fangs are growing, right? Look at that. I mean, pretty crazy. So I wanted to share that with you too. And just as a word of caution, if you keep, pay attention to what's going on. Again, would it be a major thing if I stuck myself with the shed fang? Probably not. But I could get some dried venom in there, have some pain, have some swelling. You know, if I had an allergic reaction, that would be the scariest thing, actually. You know, and now here's the stupid thing I just did. Well, I can tell the bigger one, right? So I do like to keep these. And here, get back there. I believe you are the one that I need to still clean out. Yes. So this one, the smaller one, was the one that was already taken care of. I'll put it back in my bowl of fun things I can play with. And this one I'll set aside so I can make sure it gets properly cleaned out. You can use a lot of things. I've tried a few different things. If you use something that's too caustic to clean it out, it'll just dissolve the whole thing and you'll pick it up and it'll just fall apart. I've had that happen. That really sucks. But I do like to save those. They're kind of fun. All right, after that, let's put this Gaboon Viper back in, shall we? So we did is we cleaned, we spot cleaned, we got the poops out, cleaned the water dish, fresh water dish, made the whole thing a lot more humid because the humidity was certainly lacking in there for it. It dries out pretty quick. And again, I can't get in there and just mix stuff around. I can spray, but that doesn't ever raise the humidity as much as when you can truly mix it in there, which is what we've done now. So, not to mention, she should have been having herself a good happy soak. There she is. If you hear Darth Vader, that's a Gaboon Viper. They sound the same. Come here, baby girl. I know, you're pissed. Oh, come on. Oh, I know. They make a lot of noise, but they usually hook pretty well. They're not going to be a snake that's usually going to just flail and flop on you. Although she's trying to crawl, making this a little bit difficult. Because she's bigger than the can. There you go. That was easy, wasn't it? Ugh. Probably not giving Kurt the best videoing angles, and for that I apologize. But we'll set her in there. I like to let her crawl back in on her own. The one thing I will not let her do is come back out. But she should go back in there, kind of give you an idea of how they move. They don't move real fast, obviously. They're not known for their high-speed straight line. She also made crap on my floor while I'm doing this. Should save me a cleaning in the future. And I know you need more water too because you splashed it all out. I will take care of you, I promise. Come on. What if I support your tail for you? Will that help? One thing about Gaboons, they seem to seldom get in a hurry to go anywhere with that caterpillar-like movement, but I think it is so cool how they move. I think their colors are just awesome. I cannot see where she's sticking her head, which is kind of important for what I'm always doing. Although you can't just read their head like you can some snakes because their strike range is so massive. Come on. Ready to pull that in for me? You are. Okay, so we got her closed up. And now it's time. And again, just for proof of concept, if it sounds crazy, you can see my fingers not swelling at all. We are perfectly good. We're going to try to feed her. We'll see if she wants to eat. We have a live rat, which is typically what she's been taking. And she may be too pissed off at the world to eat. We shall see. I think she's going to eat. Now, she usually bites and holds her prey. You can see she didn't do that this time. That makes me wonder if that fang I found is very, very fresh. And watching her as much as I do, and she gets more attention than most snakes because she's just kind of, well, she's Lilith, and Lilith is one of my favorites. One thing I've noticed here, I can get down here so you can keep showing her while I talk. One thing I've noticed is that when she tends to be down a fang, and they will shed them out as a new one's coming in, and so they usually are going to do both at the same time unless one's been broken. They tend to not hold their prey as much. So I think that fang I found is pretty fresh, which means I'm really glad I didn't stick my hand with that one. And that's probably why she just hit it and let it go. And she'll go get it. And she also looks in the eye, if you look closely, like she's getting just the slightest bit of an opaqueness there. So I wonder if we're not working her way to a new shed. And their shed cycle is certainly something to behold because they just get to looking terrible. I mean, horridly terrible. And then they will end up shedding and looking better, to the point that the first time I saw it in person, I almost thought something was wrong with her until I realized it was just a shed cycle. Something else really cool about Gaboons, if she keeps doing it, there you go. Focus on that tongue, because the tongue is two-colored, which most snakes, you get a solid colored tongue. The front portion of that tongue will be black, and the back half is pink, if you see that, which is also just kind of a really cool thing. Again, they're just one of the most amazing snakes on the planet. Just really awesome. And I think for a venomous snake in captivity, they're an absolute joy. But they are not for new keepers, because again, they will tend to let you, maybe we'll see. She's got that one sticking out of the sheath there. Ah, yeah, that's what's going on. So she shed the one. Ha! Okay, this is cool, and you're never going to see this on video again. I promise. So she might push that fang out. So what's happening is she's actually got two fangs there on what would be her right and my right of her face. And so one fang is trying to push the other one out, and you're seeing some trouble resetting the fang because of that. She will eventually get it, or she will, there it's getting in there. But if you look, it's still kicked out a little to the side. Do you see that? So the cool thing is, she's going to drop that fang, most likely in this prey item, and then she'll have two fresh, brand new fangs. That's also likely why she didn't hold the prey, as that one's getting loose. Just like when you get a loose tooth as a kid, right? And you can see it sticking there, causing that. So she's actively losing that fang on the right. I probably found the fang from the left. And if I were to sift through her shit, which I likely will not do, I would probably find the matching one. There's also a chance it breaks off and comes out and she just spits it out. So that is just awesome. And she may start rubbing on stuff here in a minute to try to get that out of there, because it's got to be a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know if it's painful for them or not, but it is part of the natural process they go through. And the way you could tell that if she opens her mouth back up is you'll see that one is to the side and there's something else in the sheath as it's sticking out. So it is ready to come out. It is like 99% there. I've personally never gotten to see that. I have seen snakes with multiple fangs caught in the wild. We have two on one side and one in. I've probably seen that 2 or 3 times. But to see that in a Gaboon viper like that and be able to catch it on video in captivity is pretty stinking awesome. Kurt, did you see what I'm talking about there? Yeah. That is cool. Wow. If I was a braver man, I would hold her head, open it, and show it to you. But truth be told, as cool as that would be to see, so you could see the two fangs on one side and one on the other, it would be really cool, but it'd be extremely stressful for her. And I like her too much to stress her out just purely for entertainment. So I'm not going to do that. You're shit out of luck on that one, guys. Kurt, anything you want to add?
Nope.
And if you look too, that venom works so fast. This prey item's already expired. It's done. You gonna go get some of your water, girl? What are you gonna do? There is a chance she will not eat that, though. There is a chance that her mouth is gonna be bothering her a little bit till she gets that fang out. She may not take a food item, but we will we will certainly see. Wow, that's so cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. To be really honest with you, up until this point, I've had a really crappy day. I won't get into the details here on YouTube, but just like anybody else, hush. Sometimes you have a bad day, right? My day has been not the best. So getting to see something like that really is a moment that makes this day great. You know, when you have a bad day, you just got to get ready for the next one. And anybody that says they never have a bad day is full of shit. But you just got to put that away and get ready for the next one. And, you know, to quote cliche sports terms, you know, you live to play another play, right? You live to play another down. But in this case, something kind of saved it and made it a day I'll remember for good things as well. So that's so cool. All right, Kurt, you want to add before we go? No. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.